What is going on, guys? And today's Trophy Kids, we got a great episode for you. We are talking about NFL news, little college basketball news, and breaking down the Final Four and giving our picks. So let's go. And welcome to Trophy Kids, presented by Bad News Media. It is April, I forgot to look up the date, 5th, and we have got a great show planned for you today, as well as the Michigan fanboys are in the house.
Michigan State. All right. Music to my ears.
Love to hear.
Brings a smile to my face every time I hear that.
You guys want to go off about your Final Four here?
I mean, I hate to say that I was the hardest on this team, but I was. And they have shocked me. They made it to the Final Four with a ragtag team, which seems to be Izzo's recipe for success. If he has a team that's hurt, a team that is being counted out, we'll get it next year, then he goes this far. So I'm happy for him. I'm excited to watch Saturday's game.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited, especially with having Cassius come from my high school too. It's just been awesome to see.
Yeah. Wait, Cassius went to your high school?
Yeah, Cassius went to my high school. I mean, he was definitely younger than me. I think he might have been in 7th or 8th grade on the academy team while I was a senior, maybe. I can't remember, but yeah.
When were they freshmen? 2016? 2015?
2016, I believe. So we would have. We might have even.
Yeah, I wasn't even in college when he was.
Yeah.
He's a certified baller status after that game, for sure. After this tournament, for that matter.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, he should get even if MSU loses, he should still be tournament MVP.
He really should be.
He's got a very strong argument for it. I don't know if one player has meant more outside of Zion, who, if you don't make it to the Final Four, you can't be tournament MVP. But I don't know if there's another player who's meant more to their team than he has right now.
Yeah, and just like Dante's been hard on this team all year, I've been pretty hard on Cassius for just not being athletic, and it seems like it doesn't matter. He's just got the smarts. He's gonna stop and go, and you're not going to see where he's at, and then he's going to pull up for a floater that just catches everybody off guard, or he'll hit somebody for an open three or throw a bounce pass throughout traffic, or just to start the game off. He threw that lob pass up to Kenny Goins over the entire defense.
Set the tone for the game early. Some might argue that game was won right there on that first play.
It was crazy. It was incredible. Yeah, right there.
Got a little. We're real authentic here. We got little dog action going on in the background. Hey, we do this in a real time. There's no fancy studios or anything here. Yeah, I mean that whole team balled out. He's got, who was it? Grant Hill was saying he's got old man game. I think it was Grant Hill.
He does
saying that.
He 100% does. Like rec league.
Yeah, he's like men's league. He's like 40. He plays the man like a 40-year-old guy at a men's league who doesn't really want to do everything, but he's better than everybody, essentially.
The first time I heard that was describing Paul Pierce, and the fact that he also wears a headband. Every time I hear it, I just think, oh, he's just a shorter Paul Pierce right now.
Shorter, smaller. Yep.
Yeah. McQuaid balled out. We'll get more into Michigan State here towards the end when we do the Final Four breakdown. But we got some quick hitters. First, right out the gate, the Jets have new uniforms. They got leaked. They're revealing them right now as we record. I saw a picture of Jets fan literally lining up just to view them because a Jets life is a sad life. But I tweeted out the picture. I thought they looked fire for the Jets, but it's also the Jets. They could be like the make a team in like 2008 Madden jerseys, basically.
Yeah, they look pretty sweet, but I mean, there are the Jets. So,
I mean, I'm excited to maybe pick up a Jets jersey because it'll be green, and I can get some former Michigan State players.
There you go.
You get a Le'Veon Bell jersey in Jets. It'll look a lot like his Michigan State jersey, but it won't be.
Yeah, I bet you will see a lot of those this year at Stadium.
Definitely.
Definitely. That's going to be a staple of Michigan football this year. Yes. Michigan State football. Yeah, so that was that. I mean, look good, feel good, play good. Oh, wait, it's the Jets. So that's all I got to say about it. Tim, I know we've talked about this a little bit. Dante, I don't think you've been on an episode where we've talked about this. In John Elway's love for tall quarterbacks, we all are aware of this. I have found John Elway's white whale, his cum in his pants looking at this quarterback. Daniel Jones from Duke, Tim. How have we not been talking about this more? He is 6'5", 220, and actually good.
Is he?
Let's back this up. He played for Duke, but he seems to be a good prospect, got good arm talent, somewhat athletic. I know they just got Joe Flacco, but I'm not 1,000% convinced that John Elway doesn't use a draft pick here to draft Daniel Jones.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, I remember betting on Duke in the college football season. They seemed to do me pretty well. So I don't see why Daniel Jones can't be good.
Yeah.
6'5", 225.
He's a big boy.
He is like your quarterback dream if he can actually throw the ball, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's got some nice touch on the ball. He's John Elway's wet dream for sure at a quarterback position.
He's no Paxton Lynch.
No. Paxton Lynch, man. What a disaster that is. But hey, he's getting married, so congratulations to Paxton Lynch. That's all I really had on that. Not much more. But I'm just saying, watch out draft night, because I could totally see John Elway using a pick to draft Daniel Jones out of Duke.
Oh, yeah.
It's his ideal quarterback.
Yep.
Football is a little out of our rundown order, but since we're on the NFL, give a little thoughts and prayers out to Matthew Stafford's family. For those of you who may not have heard the news, his wife just found out that she has a brain tumor, and it's going to have to go under surgery, so they have a young family. So thoughts and prayers out to the Matthew Stafford family, and hopefully that surgery goes well and she's up and running here relatively soon.
Yeah, I definitely echo those statements as well. Very sad news, very shocking. And brain surgery can be a very scary thing. It's very, very sensitive subject.
Yeah. Now, I've got a little bit more to switch it up here back to basketball before we get into the Final Four breakdown. Buzz Williams is out to Texas A&M. Don't hate that move. But, Tim, our favorite coach, the Angry Elf at UC, might be heading to Virginia Tech. And, of course, I'm talking about Mick Cronin. Now, the rumors are Jamie Dixon is going to be interviewed for the job, but he's also up for the UCLA job. He's currently at TCU. If he doesn't get the Virginia Tech job, rumor is Mick Cronin's going to get offered the job. I hate this move because I'd rather know the moron that you know than the moron you don't know. I've got a little fun fact here for you two. Want to take a swing at how many days it's been since UC has made a Sweet 16 game?
Probably since 2001 when they had Kenny and Martin.
Oh, I'm doing it in days. It has been 2,569 days since UC has made a Sweet 16 game.
Oh boy!
Thought, knowing that UC is always going to be a lesser squad than the big old boys at X outside of this year.
I know. I'm with you there, Nate. I don't want to see Mick Cronin go. He's pretty. He's quite an electric coach for somebody that hates them. Simply because he is kind of one of those bark is bigger than your bite kind of guys. He after the fight with Xavier, he said he doesn't know if any of these guys are going to be on the team. Not a single one got kicked off. Open tryouts this year that he was holding, didn't know. He was hoping that some people showed up from the football team. Never heard a word about a new basketball player on their team. So open tryouts, don't know if that really happened or not. So
anytime that Tim or I are on this podcast, it's going to be like MSU love, Xavier love, a UC hate podcast.
Pretty much that's how we roll.
I mean that's what goes on when we get into college basketball.
Yeah, the hatred.
Well, actually, Nate, Mick Cronin moved to Virginia Tech wouldn't be a bad thing for you. Your hate for Virginia Tech basketball is well known, at least among us.
Well, we got to talk about UCLA just throwing around money at people trying to get someone there.
Yeah, I mean, now that we've got our Mick Cronin rips in, UCLA, I mean, talk about a program that is in absolute desperation. They are just trying to grab at anything they can get at this point. Is there any hope for the UCLA program?
I don't know. I mean, you saw Kentucky gave John Calipari a lifetime contract extension to keep him at Kentucky. And then they're trying to woo TCU, but TCU, they would have to bring down the buyout for that. They're not willing to pay that much money. I don't know at UCLA. Just go to a high school and pick up that coach and then have your bag man, pay a couple players. You'd be okay.
UCLA seems like the only school that's getting caught. Is that because LeVar Ball sent his kids there or sent two of his kids there?
Yeah, two.
Because there's people that have gotten sit out at UCLA, but nobody else has really gotten caught with anything.
Here's a little thought. I'm not the first one. I forget who the first person was to suggest this. I heard this on some show, so I'm not taking full credit for this thought. I did hear this elsewhere, but how about a Luke Walton transfer to college instead of the Lakers? I mean, he played at UCLA. He's got the roots. He seems to be a half decent coach.
Yeah, and LeBron doesn't want him there much longer, right?
Is that not a match made in heaven?
It is kind of a match made in heaven. And you got his dad calling Pac-12 games, calling the best conference in the best conference in the U.S.
Could you imagine?
Is it time
yet during that game if he called his son like this raising of him stories?
It would be
time
wild.
to relegate UCLA to yes, you're a blue blood, but you're a blue blood of past and someone else coming in to be a new blue blood in their place?
Yes.
If we're not there, we're very damn close to it. I would say probably.
UCLA is so bad, and they play in that horrible conference that is the Pac-12 too.
Oh, just garbage conference, except for Oregon, who decided to shut us all up.
Well, it used to be except for Arizona, and then we saw what happened there.
Well, yeah, they got caught too. So maybe it's just the conference of people getting caught.
I mean, Nike is out on the West Coast, so next to go down potentially.
Who all got caught? Well, yeah. Oregon.
This is a better list of who didn't get caught.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Oregon looking a little suspicious. You're out there with Nike. There were some rumors that Nike might be paying some players from a certain lawyer that might be in trouble or not, that we have talked about at some point in this podcast.
That might have gotten shut up by Duke's lawyers. Oh, wait, I didn't say that.
I'm not connecting the dots, but there are dots out there. It's starting to look like the Big Dipper out there.
Oh, lawyers.
Yeah, no, UCLA's in trouble. I mean, Jamie Dixon's a hell of a coach. He did a great job at Pitt when he was there and did a decent job at TCU, but I don't know if he's going to be.
Well, didn't he get fired from Pitt?
Oh, God.
Why else would he have left?
TCU has a bigger budget, probably. They probably have a bigger spend and resources. Same reason Chris Mack left Xavier, just bigger budget.
I just don't understand how a school like UCLA can't recruit. Is Duke really stealing all of your recruits?
Do you think that even carries weight with kids nowadays?
No, I guess it doesn't.
I feel like UCLA does still recruit, though. I think they just
a letter from UCLA, but you were getting letters from everybody else. Like, would that even mean anything?
I don't know. I never got recruited, so I don't.
Some three guys you never got recruited to play any sports.
Right? Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I mean, if they told me I could go to UCLA, I'm going.
Yeah, I don't know if it still holds water, but I think they do still recruit pretty well. I just think it seems to me. I don't know if my memory serves me correctly or not, but it seems to me like they have 2 or 3 kids that have to sit out for recruiting violations every year.
Yeah. I don't know about UCLA, but enough with the UCLA talk. We got to get to the Final Four. The big shebang this weekend. There is a lot on the line. I have also made the determination I am no longer tweeting out or Instagramming picks because since I have stopped doing that, I have caught crazy fire. I got the two craziest covers of my life with UVA on the spread and Kentucky in the over. So I am done tweeting out things. Michigan, I bet them all three ways and hit all three ways: money line, spread, and the under. Yeah, whatever it was.
Can you quit saying Michigan, please?
Huh?
I said, can you quit saying Michigan?
Michigan State. I'm sorry. Well, MSU is the premier Michigan school. So when we're talking about Michigan, it's just MSU, right?
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think about Michigan, given they're playing a style of offense in football and basketball that resembles the 1920s. So they don't get to be part of this conversation anymore.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
Let's start with UVA versus Auburn here. Spreads at 5.5. Over unders 31. Auburn is obviously the underdog. They have a hell of a going on into this. How do we feel?
Yeah, I don't know why I feel like this. And the only game I called correct here that I'm going to tell everyone, like I told you, it was Texas Tech to the Final Four. I called that. But
nailed that one.
I feel like this is going to be a blowout. I feel like Auburn their luck has run out here. I think it'll be close very early, but I think second half UVA is just going to take that game over and they won't even be close. That's my feeling.
Yeah, I could see that. It's just such a hard thing to judge for me because if Auburn can catch fire and start running, I mean, they'll be pretty good. But UVA, I just don't feel like will break under pressure at all. You saw that in the Purdue game. They just didn't break.
Yeah. Here's my feeling on this, and we talked about this on Tuesday when we recorded, released on Wednesday. Auburn is like the nightmare situation for Virginia if they get hot because, like, Virginia is not a volume team, and Auburn is a volume team. They're just going to pick the speed up in the game. I don't know if this is all wise tale anymore or not, but I'm still going to buy into the theory that football stadiums fuck up shooters with the lights and the court and everything. Auburn, I don't know if it's still a thing or people have adjusted, now that we've been doing it for God knows how many years. But I'm going to take that to the bank, and I'm going under here for sure on 131. I hate going unders, but I'm just taking it because I don't think Auburn, like you guys said, I think Auburn's luck may have run out. Shooting in football stadiums seems to be a difficult task, kind of like shooting on aircraft carriers. God knows why we play games on aircraft carriers now.
Don't remind me.
Gee, thanks.
But yeah, so UVA, I think, wins this game. But there is the potential if Auburn just is playing Auburn basketball. This is a nightmare matchup for UVA.
It is. And I mean, UVA, you still have to score to win the game. So a lot of their offense is predicated around shooters too. You do have Kyle Guy and Ty Jerome. A lot of their offense revolves around them. And Hunter has not been playing that well. So it could be an interesting matchup to see. I mean, Auburn could catch fire, but I do also feel like their luck has run out. I think that the game on Sunday, Sunday, whatever day of the week, Saturday, I feel like that game was on pure adrenaline coming off the win, playing without
you're talking
one of their
about
guys.
UVA's win or Auburn's win? Sorry, last week.
Which one was I talking about? Auburn.
Auburn?
Sorry. I lost my train of thought too. I do think Auburn's luck is run out.
That was on Sunday.
When they ended up winning that game, it was off pure adrenaline playing down a man. I think once you have a week to prepare for a team, it's easier to prepare for a team without that guy. If you don't have a week to prepare for a team when they're playing without one of their top guys, then it's easier to be able to adjust, and the other team can't make any adjustments. UVA's got a week to plan for this team, so I do feel like their luck is going to run out here.
Yeah, and Tony Bennett, I think, is a better coach than Bruce Pearl. I mean, Bruce Pearl is going to outsweat him, but I don't know if he's going to out-coach him here in the X's and O's.
I mean, Bruce Pearl might have the bag man there, too.
This is also very true. People low-key forget Bruce Pearl's history in college basketball.
The pioneers of this.
Yeah. And they thought it was just too many text messages. Yeah, right. You don't get fired for too many text messages.
Yeah. So
I do love how things get just swept under the rug like that.
Yeah, completely forget about
stuff under the rug for Calipari all the time. How many colleges schools did he have to leave?
He's had to leave UMass and Memphis, all with recruiting violations.
Right.
Yep. It's coming. Those banners are eventually going to fall in Kentucky, but hey, it's fun while it lasts. We'll say that at least.
If those banners fall, all of them around the country fall, basically.
Yeah,
because if you can get through Big Blue Nation and their lawyers and their money, then you can get through anybody.
that's like taking down Capone. Once he goes down, the whole mafia goes down.
Right.
Literally, like taking down.
Yeah.
If they can get to either Duke or Kentucky, everybody's coming down.
Oh, dude, yeah, we got some issues there. I'm not gonna connect the dots there, but there's some dots also in that sky over at Duke. Next game, Michigan State, Texas Tech. Our sound guy, Alex, was at the Virginia Tech game in D.C. He ran into Captain Kirk. He was down there supporting the Michigan State team. Got a picture with him, showing the alumni love. So he was apparently very excited, as you can imagine, when Michigan State cleared it out. Texas Tech making their first appearance. I will let you two go first because I'm going to go first because you're not going to like it. I got Texas Tech here. Just plain and simple. Texas Tech. Defense carries. I like them. They can score the ball, as we've seen. I like Texas Tech at the 2.5, and I like the under as well here.
Okay. It's not a bad pick. I will say this will be like playing Michigan for the fourth time. The difference between playing Texas Tech and Michigan is that Texas Tech is going to leave shooters open for MSU. So as long as MSU can knock down those open shots, I think this game is super winnable for them. Also, defense does carry, but MSU is going to try to rebound that ball and be on that offensive glass just as hard as Texas Tech. So this is where I think Cassius Winston does make your difference again.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Dante. Not to be a homer, but I'm taking Michigan State in this one too. A defense does carry. And when we're talking about how amazing Texas Tech's defense is, MSU's is no slouch on defense. And then they really just have the X factor in Cassius Winston. Cassius is going to get his, and he's going to make sure everybody on his team gets theirs that they need to in order to win. And I think it's pretty much as simple as that.
Yeah, I would say I was thoroughly surprised with Michigan State's rebounding ability against Duke because that was impressive to say the least. I mean, that is definitely would be a concern for Texas Tech. But yeah, I like Texas Tech. What's his face?
Culver.
Culver. Yes, thank you. Sorry, I almost said Oliver. I don't know why that was in my head, and then I pictured Olive Garden for some reason. Haven't eaten there in years, but hey, endless breadsticks. Endless points for Oliver Culver. But yeah, no, I like him. I like the coach. I think it's a fun story that it's the first time in program history that they are in the Final Four. After this, I would appreciate Texas Tech going back to just being a semi-decent football team and not a basketball team as well. But that's about where I stand on it.
Well, also, I think, I don't want to be conspiratorial here, but do you really want to watch Texas Tech play Auburn for the national championship?
Or UVA? And the answer is God, no. But
no, you don't want to see those games. You want to see, just like the committee wanted to see Duke versus MSU, how will the ratings be for MSU versus Virginia? For Virginia to be able to get that revenge in the national championship after being trounced by MSU twice in the tournament. Come on.
Yeah.
That storyline right there.
You know who's on the hot seat? The committee, because they've already put us through that stupid Texas Tech Michigan game and that I'm still pissed about. So the committee has a lot to make up for next year. I'm just saying that right now. I will remember this. But yes, I would agree. Michigan versus UVA would be the better ratings. Texas Tech versus UVA or Auburn doesn't really have the same ring to it.
No, it does not.
Also, you have Texas Tech coach calling Tom Izzo his idol. That, to me, that's always a bad sign going into a game because you might get out-coached horribly just based on your admiration for someone.
I was not aware of this fact. I don't like this fact. That is a mental weakness that I do not appreciate being thrown in my way. I have now gone to the undecided category and will be reconsidering my pick. But I will not be tweeting it out because I am now on fire. Unless I hit it, then I will let you know. But
well, also if you hit it, it means that we lost. So.
True. I'm gonna go the undecided category. I will tweet it out on Sunday. It'll be the one or Saturday. It'll be the one pick I tweet out. But I am going under in both games. I think that's a pretty. I'm gonna choose my words carefully here. pretty strategic choice.
What was the spread for the UVA Auburn? 5?
5. Yeah. And Texas Tech, Michigan State is 2.
2.5.
2.5. Yep. Which I kept grabbing the Michigan State one last weekend. I got it at 2. I got it at 2.5. I got it at 3. It was beautiful. I got money line. It was really just
interesting because 538 has MSU and Texas Tech almost 50-50. It's really close, but like the ESPN BPI does not have this game close at all. So it's interesting because usually the BPI has MSU winning like 60%. I want to say
a bajillion, I'm sure. It's ESPN. They're not a reliable source of information.
Similar, but this time they're not.
It's like asking them who's going to win an SEC versus Big Ten game in football or something. They're always going to have the SEC as the power index.
Yep.
Well, I will say for the 530, the flip for the Duke game, 538 had Duke like up by 60% against MSU, but the BPI for ESPN was 49-51. So.
RIP all those Duke bettors out there who went 0-4 in the tournament.
I told you they never cover.
Yeah. Did you tell me that?
I told you they never cover.
Yeah. Bunch of idiots. All right. Well, that'll. Any final thoughts to wrap it up before we head into this glorious weekend?
Go Green. I hope that we're national champions the next time I'm on this podcast.
All right. We got a heck of a 2 weekends because we got Final Four this weekend, then we got hockey playoffs starting next week, and then we got the Ultimate Dad weekend and the Masters starting next week. So it is a good 2 weeks of sports.
I cannot wait. I'm pumped. It's the only weekend of golf I watch all year.
Yeah, that's about the same. It's nice soothing on the eyes on a Saturday hangover. Just to turn that on, hear Jim Nance's voice. Hello, friends. That was a terrible Jim Nance.
I don't even know if I watch it. It just puts me to sleep.
Also, low-key best commercial of the Final Four. I laugh every time I see Charles put up the fat head of Jim Nance. It says, hello, friends, to the hot dog. Gets me every time.
Well, the worst edition of the Final Four is when they cut to that guy doing.
Oh, Phil?
Yeah, that is the worst. They cut that. Please. I hate it.
Why wouldn't they take a dose of their own medicine and realize that they're average announcers, or ESPN figured out that they can't take average announcers anymore?
Dude, speaking of announcers, for the love of God, can we get Gus Johnson on one of these calls? Could you imagine him calling that Purdue game, a UVA game? That would have been absolute madness to hear him call Carson Edwards. What are you doing? Like, seriously. How does Bill Rafferty have a 2-way contract, but Gus Johnson doesn't?
It's a great question.
Yeah. It's a good, yeah. Maybe he doesn't want to do it.
Maybe. God, he lives for that spotlight. That is, I still remember him calling J.P. McCura's name in the way he does it. J.P. McCura from 3. That was also why do I try to do impressions?
You're not great at this.
Right, to try to like some Second City classes or something.
Yeah, no, not good. I'm gonna stop right there. I'll interject the sound bit for all you listeners to actually hear what it sounded like. It's amazing.
Gus would be going nuts at this MSU game too. He's also a UD grad from high school.
Oh, that'd be madness. Absolute pure unadulterated madness.
Nate, let me ask you a hypothetical. If Texas Tech is getting blown out in the first quarter, what will you do? We haven't shown the callers our group chat, but your meltdowns are legendary.
Yeah, no, it's not good. I've been sweating a couple of these. Also, did you see that, not to deflect this question, did you see that guy who placed a 14-cent bet and won like $1,300?
$1,300? Yeah.
Fuck that.
What?
He's out here sweating 14 pennies on a game. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, he put 14 pennies on some nuts parlay and you hit it. You got $1,300. And did you see the guy that took Texas Tech?
Oh yeah, he's
for like
$1,500. Dude, he's selling that ticket for $60,000.
Yeah. Why would you sell it?
Bet.
Might as well ride it. Ride it out.
That's a guaranteed winning then.
Guaranteed money. Yeah, I'm taking the guaranteed money.
I'm hedging these next 2 games and
dude, you could
trying to go for that.
$60,000.
Yeah, take the $60K pay off.
What was it? $300K though?
I want to say it was like $300K or something.
Yeah,
I don't know, I'm sure Bell tweeted it.
I'd be hedging it and waiting till you got the 300K.
Yeah, but either way,
I'd be hedging it a little bit in this game and then hedging it a lot in the national championship.
Back to the original question, I will be having a full-blown meltdown, and then I'll probably be trying to figure out what my second half bet is because I'm trying to keep the winning going, the good mojo's going. I just got to remember my zen, stay calm, and gamble on. Except for there isn't much left, so
there's not much to gamble on left. You just have this game, and you just have these two games, and then one more.
Yep,
and then the Masters,
then playoff hockey and the Masters, which Evan is going to give us some picks for that. I'm going to get him on next week, our golf guy. And then hockey's 2 years ago, overs in hockey were the move. I don't know about last year. I feel like I lost last year, but we'll see where it goes. All right. This has gotten off the rails.
All right.
We're calling it. All right. See you, everybody. Peace.
Peace.
See ya.